Hi, it's Audrey June, and today I am going to talk about how we can better embed or align ourselves to our divine purpose. So, one thing that's been happening a lot to me lately is I have been seeing numbers like with the zero in between. So, 505, 808, 707, 606, 909. And what's interesting about these numbers is that zero represents the divinity, right? The union, the consciousness, the collective, our divinity within ourselves, right? So if you think about the number 808, on one side you have the masculine and on the other you have the feminine, right? And then the zero is in between. The zero is reminding us that in every aspect of our life, we need to really focus in on our spirituality, and we need our spirituality to guide us in everything that we do. So the question that I'm going to ask today is, as a collective and on an individual basis, what message, how can we better align to our divine purpose? How can we live our day-to-day mundane life and still maintain spirit in the forefront of our mind, right? So I am going to look at the Earth Warriors Oracle deck, and I'm going to ask Spirit, what does the collective need to know in order for us to keep our spirituality and our connection to God consciousness at the forefront of our brain? So how do we better stay focused in on our spirituality and always keep it in our minds? All right. How do we better listen when God is talking to us? In spite of distractions. Wow. Okay, that's too many. How do we better listen to the divine in our own lives? Clan of the Wolf Heart. Take a minute to look here. It has to do with finding your true spiritual community. It has to do with accountability, spiritual accountability among the people around you. But if you look at this card, you can see the woman and the wolf in the center of her heart. Behind her are animal archetypes and a beautiful, beautiful body of water and the mountains in the background. If you think about the meaning of the wolf is an interesting animal, actually one of my main spiritual animals, one of my guides. And the reason for that is that the wolf is simultaneously independent, but also relies on others. Wolves are very loyal. They mate for life, and they're very much animals that can either do it alone or do it with a group. So I'm going to read from the book. So that's number 14, right? 14, 1 plus 4 is 5, which is the Hierophant, which is the teacher, is the establishment of spirituality, right? So it has to do with systems and organization. We are the ones we've been waiting for. You belong to the clan of the Wolf Heart. This is a soul tribe with boundaries beyond bloodlines and geography. It is based on soul connection to love's wisdom and higher truths of great spirit. The clan is united through wolf medicine in the heart. These are the qualities of the divine feminine that unify, allowing for a palpable experience of oneness that brings power to our collective wisdom and purpose. Reach out for help from others. Whilst you honor and respect your individuality and your own unique life journey. Balance social time with taking care of your own individual needs, including the need for time out in solitude to hear your inner truths and renew yourself. Anger can be a sign from the soul, a sacred gift that asks you to deal with a situation, to bring about something different and more empowering. Use your anger as a sacred gift with compassion and clear purpose. Fight wholeheartedly when you need to safeguard what truly matters. Be open to a greater guiding wisdom so that you know when to be merciful and when to cut something off completely. Believe in the power of your inner voice and do not silence yourself. So a lot of the time in the world, we are taught to be silent. We are taught not to speak up because we're afraid of what people will say or how it will impact our livelihood. But ultimately, you have to be able to balance your inner world with your outer world. Your inner world requires time to sit and listen in solitude. And your outer world requires a lot of energy. But when you find the right people, it doesn't even feel like you're expending energy in the same way. So, spiritual guidance. Through the wolf heart, we are soul kin. Whilst our external identities may shift and change with circumstance, our soul tribe is fixed in the heart of the wolf way. It is the backbone of the emerging New World culture. This began as alternative culture, but it is now growing stronger in numbers, becoming more pervasive in consciousness, in influence, and power. It is rising up as the saving grace, guiding the human race into new order. Because our personalities are strong and we are not afraid to voice our individual truths, we may get our buttons pushed by each other at times. However, when we remember that we are on the same team, fighting for the same greater purpose, we can forgive and encourage each other. Not take it too personally and continue to effectively harness the power of what we can accomplish together. Right? The world wants us to fight. Because when we fight, we're not fighting together. When we have conflict within organizations or within our family or within our community, within our relationships, we're not focusing on the greater picture. We're not focusing our consciousness, our energy, our battle, our warrior instincts against the real enemy. And the real enemy is that which numbs our soul. The real enemy is capitalism, the destruction of this world. Control, limitation. Humans are meant to be free. We're meant to find our own inner truth, and we do that through challenges, and we do that through connection. So if we think about the clan of the wolf heart, it's our true soul family. Once you find your true soul family, never let go of it. Wolf medicine bestows the qualities of endurance, inner wisdom, and community. Wolves mate for life, and the wolf clan has an organized social structure that includes a balance between group endeavor and individualism. The social order of the wolves provides support, loyalty, and thriving. Yet wolves are free-spirited animals. Wolf wisdom teaches us how to balance solitude and socialization, the inner and the outer world. It teaches that both are needed for the well-being of ourselves and our clan. Wolf wisdom teaches us to share ourselves without losing ourselves. The howl of the wolf is primal and powerful. It's used to locate clan members or to define the boundaries of their territory to wolves from outside of the pack. The howling wolf is medicine for standing your ground and defending that which is rightfully within your guardianship. If this strikes a note with you now, be aware that using your voice and your energy to set boundaries and claim your space is important. The territory is not physical. That's the way of the ego. The territory is spiritual. Claiming it means reclaiming and sustaining the right state of mind and the expanded consciousness of open-heartedness to the divine that allows you to determine the quality, consciousness, and stability of that space for all beings that seek refuge within it. So be open, listen, but also understand when it's time to set your boundaries. Put people in place, hold them accountable. If somebody says that this is what they're striving toward and you love them and they're falling off the point, you have to remember that it's your job as their community to remind them gently that they're falling off, that they're not going in to what they desire. Wolf medicine is the awakening of the pathfinder, the way shower, the teacher. Wolf can learn new ways and teach them to others. Part of your soul purpose is to guide and inspire others through what you learn to master in your own life. It's only when we go through our own lessons that we can teach and provide insight to others. But always listen. If your intuition is saying, oh, this person needs to know this thing, don't be afraid to tell them. Doesn't matter what your relationship is. Listen to spirit when it's trying to help you help others. Part of your soul purpose is to guide and inspire others. We are the people who can do what's needed. We can fight the status quo, ravage the human mind away from inadequate responsiveness, and elicit soul passion and on-the-ground action to take us from merely salvaging what we can into alchemical eco-salvation and the birthing of a new world order, right? That's what it means. We are the ones we've been waiting for. You need to stop looking for somebody to save you and save yourself. But the only way for us to save ourselves is for us collectively to stand up against what's hurting us. And we do that by going within, listening to the divine when it's speaking. We can fight them. Let us recognize ourselves as the empowered ones. The divine has placed the tribe of the wolf heart with intelligence, individuality, social and community values, commitment, and ability to outwit enemies, protect and defend what matters, and adapt to change successfully, right? Everybody can feel this energy. We are at a moment of reckoning. I keep saying it. You feel it in your heart. You know it. It is time for us to stand up and reclaim our world back to nature. May we realize our abilities, tap into the resources we have, and use them fruitfully. May we have joyful courage and confidence in who we are and what we're here to do. So the healing process. Say this aloud after me. My spirit claims divine territory upon the earth. I trust in the supernatural ability of my soul to determine, shift, and enforce the spiritual territory under my rightful guardianship as a way shower and pathfinder. I accept all divine blessing to fulfill the sole purpose of the wolf way, providing protection and sanctuary for those beings within my care. I give to and receive from my soul tribe with a willing heart empowered in the wolf way. May we be blessed and guided by great spirit to fulfill our destinies and inspire each other as the ways of darkness are overcome by the ways of life. Take a minute and sit with that. Relax. What does it mean? Who is your spiritual community? What does the wolf mean to you? Take the time today and listen to spirit. What is it trying to tell you? Are you in a space where you need to reach out more to community? Or are you in a space where you need to reach within yourself to see what that community needs from you? Thank you. I am grateful. Have a good day.